How's it going, everybody? Nikki D here, coming at you live, man, yet again. Today, we're reviewing the dating app, if you want to call it that, Sniffies. Stick around. Alright, so getting into it, Sniffies isn't really much of a dating app, but I did check it out on stream. It is a hooking up app, or site, whatever you want to call it. So, let's get into it. Yeah, so you'll see footage is probably just going to be right from the computer. So hopefully we'll have that on screen when it comes up. But again, I did a live stream. That's all I'm saying. I did a live stream and it wasn't really a good time. It was pretty rough. Yeah, it was pretty rough. The problem with the app, we'll get into it. We'll get into it like as we go. But the problem with the site, with the app in general, is there is a not safe for work mode, and you would think that that would be okay. But I don't think it really helped. Okay, so I'm gonna heavily try to censor what we can. If under my impression, it is on the App Store and Google Play, but I will update the information in a second. All right, yeah, so if I have a look, I'll put it in now, but I don't believe there's actually an app. I looked in the App Store. There was something on the Google Play, but the link I looked online didn't work. So if I find anything, I'll put it up now. But if not, assume that there's no app. Yeah, so we're going to talk about everything we can, but there isn't that much. So let's get into it. Account setup. Yeah, man, so with the account setup, it's pretty rough, okay? So you have two options. You can sign up without making an account, okay? So two options, or you can make an account. Now, making an account is pretty simple. It's age and a CAPTCHA. Okay, so that's pretty good verification. Hilarious enough, by the way, once you get past, like, legal age, right, which is, like, in my opinion, kind of should be around that age, especially to be on here, trust me. It doesn't even count the day month anymore. It just says, like, what year you're born at that point, right? So just once a year. Yeah, put the year in. So yeah, you can make an account with avoiding that. There's no verification. There's nothing that comes up. There's no like SMS that you got to type in. Nothing. I find that really strange. And the account is fully functional. Come back to that later. Once you log in, by the way, there is no initial setup. So once you log in, you can do a little bit of setup, which is very, very simple. So you have like pictures. You can put length. If you haven't figured this out, by the way, this is for like gay men, mainly. So there you go. KOK, or just KOK, yeah. You can put your age, your height, your weight, kinks, STDs, you name it, right? Put all that in there. And there's like one headline. That's the only thing you actually like type out, right? I didn't see anyone write a headline, but that was an option. Okay. So yeah, if you do the anonymous account, it's literally just none of that. I think you can fill it in, and I assume it just like saves, like it just caches it. So like while you're, you know what I mean? Like if you close the browser or restart the computer, I assume it would take it away. But yeah, it's just like, it's kind of funny because like that's the premise. You could just make a bot account, like anonymous account, no verification, done, right? You're in. And I guess that's the idea, right? It's kind of what they're leaning for, hookups. Matching. So matching is pretty interesting. So as censored as I'll make it, there is a not for safe work mode, but it doesn't use its filter for one scenario I found, which is when you hover over someone's picture. Even if you just like glide the mouse over it, it'll show it, which is it's all nudity. That being said, though, yeah. So matching, it actually shows you a map. So you can actually randomize the location very slightly, like it'll put you on a couple streets away or something. But however, yeah, it'll put a map up, and it'll have like little circles of like profiles of where people are. I was surprised too, but the amount of profiles, I thought it was very, very interesting. Yeah, it comes up with their pictures again, like 90. I would say about 99.8 were all nudity. There was nothing else in there, like maybe a shirtless dude, but like other than that, that's what it was. You can instant chat anyone. There's no messaging. There's no like matching required. You can literally just start messaging free will. Same as the anonymous account too. And I tested it. You can just send messages back and forth. Nothing. No verification required. Really, really cool. I have to keep spouting about the verification. The accounts on there, by the way, are called cruisers. I think that's interesting. I don't really care, by the way, for that, but whatever. Cruisers, yep. And there's a hosting icon showed by like a little door icon. I think that's just supposed to be that like you're available. Like, people could just come over, which I think is a little sketchy, but you know. Subscription model. Literally, this is like the last thing. There's really not that much to talk about. We'll talk about the subscription model. So it says hotter hookups and faster. So we'll see how that goes. So features you get to unblock users. So my understanding of unblock users is I would block you, and then I would be allowed to unblock you if I pay. That doesn't make any sense. See who deleted a conversation. No ads. I will say, I put in parentheses, brackets here, parentheses, that there was a lot of explicit ads on the very left side of the screen. There was a lot I couldn't show on stream. They were a little aggressive. That you know, just saying. Unlimited cruiser profiles, post cruising updates, pin chats, read receipts, host groups, hide chat photos, travel mode, discreet mode, whatever that is, anonymous check-ins, 300 live play minutes. I put sounds effing gross. And C campus meetup spots, which I don't really understand what that one was either, or like discrete mode. I guess like incognito. I thought it was interesting, by the way, too. The 300 live play minutes. I didn't even want to bother trying to do a video chat. That was an option. I was like, I'm good. I got a bunch of unsolicited messages, like from just like random people. Which was, you know, not really ideal. Reading into a couple of reviews, we'll just go off the top of the chain and see what's up. Oh, actually, I probably should say what the prices were. I actually have to go to the website to double check the prices. But before I talk about the prices, I will say, so the reviews were pretty rough, as you can figure. And apparently, it's not just my thought process, where it's like, okay, there's just a bunch of nudes, bunch of men, you know, it's like not exciting. For me, anyway. But yeah, we'll get into that in a second. So I'll talk about the price first, and then I unfortunately didn't write it down in my notes, but I have it here now. So 1 week trial, they've got for $10.99 Canadian. I like that they rate Canadian. 1 month is $18.99 a month. 3 months is $14.99 per month, and $11.99 per month for 6 months of subscription, which apparently is 75% off, which, you know, probably isn't really 75% off. They just put that number up there. You know, that's what they do. I don't really think the prices are necessarily terrible. They could be a little better, but I mean like $12 a month. It's not bad. But I don't see any reason to actually make or to pay for this. You don't even have to make an account. Right? Like, you literally don't. There's nothing forcing you to make an account. You can just make the anonymous account and be like, that's it. That's it. We'll read some reviews. So we got, they charge automatically without showing customers. If customers want to cancel, they have to call them directly. So I assume that's like auto, like it's recurring payments. We have one here just says it's okay. There's literally no information, so we're just going to go along. Sniffy, it calls it Sniffles, not Sniffies. Sniffles sucks. Well, I will tell you, my experience is terrible. It will not let me see other members. I am all alone. I tried to refresh and refresh. I logged out, and I cannot get anything out of this app. It is the worst. It has been an absolute nightmare. I paid for 6 months. I've been on it for a little over a month, and it's gotten worse and worse, where there's just no one you can contact or anything. My only choice is delete the app and lose the money. Not good. Let's close that out. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I got a notification. I got a message, I think. These people are effing stupid. I live in PA, but when I log in with an anonymous profile, it blocks all the XXX pics because North Carolina requires age verification. Okay, we're not talking about that. Way too many fake profiles. I have blocked at least 150 profiles on this app. It is 99% fake profiles. It's outstanding how fake the app is. It is next to impossible to chat, let alone hook up with a real person. I think that's the part, like, I would be concerned about with the verification. If there's no verification process for, like, these, like, anonymous accounts, like, of course, they're just going to run rampant, right? I'm always frustrated with the guys. It's not the app. The app shows you locations, but it's up to the participants if they're going to engage you or not. Most play games, this happens on all these apps, especially Grindr. What Sniffies and all others is ask, are you serious about engaging, or will this be a game for you? It's the participants, not the app. Yeah, that's probably the one that's like, okay, that's interesting. It's just like straight up about people. Worst app in the planet. You have to be fairly desperate to use it. No other information. Okay. Seems to always find a hookup when needed when using Sniffies. There you go. But he got what he wanted. Yeah. The location issue is consistent and is never even close to right. I wouldn't even have an issue with it if at least not got the general location in the city I live in correctly, but it consistently places me miles away from the part of the city I live in. I don't drive and was looking for an app that would show me potential meetups close to where I live. I set all the app's permissions correctly and it still shows me miles off. I have other apps that show my location accurately, so it's not an issue with my location service. It is a clear issue with the site. After sending an email to the site, I got the token response as though it was my fault their site properly doesn't relate at least a relative position in the city. I understand that they need for online safety, but miles away from where I live is pointless to use. Yeah, I'm kind of... That's probably my biggest concern of the site, is I don't want someone knowing where I live. I just, you know, especially like for like a hookup or something, because it's not like you're going to try to date someone, right? It's going to be like, that is going to be a one-time thing. It's like, I don't want you to know my address. I'm just saying. I know this is a quicker one, but honestly, there just isn't that much to talk about in my opinion. It's very, very quick. Yeah, overall thoughts, like I said, I don't like the idea of the location, but I think in terms of like getting a quick hookup, if I were doing that, I would personally use something else like Grindr. Like, you know, I just don't like the idea of my location being shared. I actually deliberately didn't put any information, and I made sure it randomized the location slightly, so at least it was like a couple blocks away. But I didn't like the idea. You know, even the city, it's like, I don't know, man. You should be fine with that, but just put like 2 kilometers away. I think that would be fair. And I don't know. I don't know if I like the subscription, like the features. A lot of them just sound like pointless, but like it is whatever. You know, that's them trying. They have a lot of them. You know, but that's kind of it. And the profiles are so basic. I don't even know. Do I even like them? I don't know. But yeah, it's a quick review, guys. I just wanted to make a video, and I gotta eat some food. So thanks for watching. See ya.